at the right time.
Hello and welcome. This is the Market Wrap. I am Agam Vakil, and it's been another day of a solid pullback considering the Nifty has advanced by nearly 2%. We've seen gains of as much as 190 points when it comes to the Nifty, now inching towards the 10,400 mark. We have seen about 1.9% gains there, and that's largely been led by IT stocks such as Tech Mahindra, HCL Tech, Infosys in the fray. We've also had gains coming in Indiabulls, Housing Finance, UPL. HDFC is the heavyweight here, also pulling its weight here. And of course, Innocent Bank followed by Ashram Motors all gaining. On the losing end, we have Coal India, weakness there, and weakness in Tata Steel followed by Dr. Reddy's. We'll be talking about Tata Steel in a little more detail in just a bit. When it comes to the broader markets, we have two gainers for one loser, and Torrent Power stands out in terms of gains. Cummins India reacting to earnings, advancing by 11%. RB Infra as well, which is up around 11%. Heritage Foods, GHCL, PNB Housing Finance, another factor we're going to talk about right now. On the losing end, 8K Miles locked in a lower circuit of 10%. Hindustan Zinc, Indian Energy Exchange, and Jet Airways looking at some amount of weakness. So on the whole, we have seen a solid recovery for the Nifty. The question really remains now is that whether or not we can see the Nifty sustain these levels. But this is what the technical analysts who spoke to us in the shows are telling us about the levels to watch out for. This listening.
The markets have held on to its the important support of 10,000, 10,100, a very strong reversal from those levels, and the prices after after a couple of trading sessions has breached the crucial hurdles of 10,250 decisively today. And I sense that on the immediate basis you will see a short-term rally towards 10,450. But what we were discussing last time, I think we are still there, on a medium-term perspective, I think 10,750 is going to be the upside targets that we're looking at.
The fact that supports are being respected of 10,100, 10,150, that is very, very pointing to the fact that this market wants to break out, whether it's for a short-term rally, even it wants to take that breakout. But I would jump to bigger conclusions if we close past 10,420, or if even tomorrow we get through that level of 10,420 on the Nifty spot on an intraday basis. So I would recommend staying with a positive stance, holding on to long positions, adding only further if we can go past 10,420.
Right, then let's just focus to some stocks which are keeping an eye on. First one is Punjab National Bank Housing Finance Company. That's the PNB Housing Finance Company, where we've seen advances of as much as 9% in today's day of trade, and it's also advanced for the third straight day. So good gains coming in. Let's bring in Yatin Mota, who can give us a better idea of what's really happening with PNB Housing Finance. Yatin?
Well, Agam, PNB Housing Finance and like other NBFCs has corrected quite sharply from the recent highs, and more importantly, there is a scare in the market that all these NBFCs are finding it difficult to really roll over or raise money from the commercial paper market. But today the stock gained traction after they announced that they have raised close to 2,500 crores via commercial paper. And this borrowing also is in addition to the 1,775 crores that they raised earlier on. So by means of commercial papers, PNB Housing has raised nearly 4,225 crores in the month of October itself. And probably this means that the company still has strong ability to raise funds from the commercial paper market versus what is the perception in the market right now that NBFCs are finding it difficult to raise money from the commercial paper market. So of course the cost is higher, but still they have been able to raise more than 4,000 crores via the commercial paper market, and hence the market taking it positively as to the liquidity issues and the commercial paper rollovers which are perceived not to be happening are now finally happening, right, especially for the company like PNB Housing.
Okay, well that's an improvement certainly with respect to sentiment. Yatin, thank you for joining us and getting us those details. So watch out for a whole host of these NBFCs with the rollover of subscription towards this commercial paper. But But the other story that we want to address is Tata Steel, and that stock certainly has been under pressure. And we have Nikki Mirchandani joining us to give us an update as to what's happening there. Nikki?
So we saw the stock sliding as much as 6.5% in the morning trade today, but then back in the trade it recovered and ended lower with a cut of around 1.5%. What happened in the morning was the development that you had the Tata Steel and the Thyssen Group JV, where the reports suggested, Bloomberg reports suggested that the proposed JV is going to be facing an in-depth European Union probe over concerns that this deal would lead to a reduced competition in the supply of various high steel products. And notably, this move comes at a time when steel makers are already struggling with the kind of trade barriers across the globe. EU has set a deadline of around March 2019 to issue the final ruling on the deal. But then we saw the stock recovering back when there is a clarification which came through on the exchanges, where Tata Steel said that they have noted the kind of concerns that European Commission has mentioned in the report, and they're discussing right now. They also said that the proposed JV is subject to various jurisdiction merger control clearance, including the one that we have for European Union, and they're going to be providing in further information and all the analysis which are going to be required from the European Union in order for the deal to get through.
Right, of course, you can read all about it on our website, bloombergquint.com. We do have this same write-up on Tata Steel Group Steel Venture, which will face an in-depth EU probe. But I'd like to thank Nikki for taking us through those details as well, moving in as well, as since we have seen that pressure when it comes to the stock. But with that, it's a wrap on the markets, but lots more lined up, so stay tuned to Bloomberg Quint.